it's a fly slip, really. So he has to bowl full. Bail height.
KL Rahul on strike. He's forward. He's beaten on the outside edge. Perfectly pitched delivery from Stokes.
Right on point there, Flem. He did that. Just got the away movement a little bit. KL Rahul just pushing hard at the ball. Playing miss straight through the Butler. Nice start here from Stokes.
You don't see too many deliveries get through to the keeper. But that's an excellent delivery there from Stokes.
Last ball of the first over. Stokes sends it down. Rahul drives. He got it a bit thin. It squirts away to mid-off, fielded by Chris Jordan. None for 6 of the first over of the Tyre Power Play. Your tyre experts.
Time to renovate and want Aussie made? Check out Beaumont's Aussie made specials. Not $40 a square metre, priced from just $17.95. All other Aussie floor tiles 20% off, plus hybrid flooring up to 20% off too. Choose Beaumont's and save.
Which oil keeps your business moving? Farmers and fleet managers, they know. Construction crews and car mechanics, they know. And you know. Valvoline, the original engine oil.
SEN T20 World Cup cricket for Host Plus, that's a plus. Adelaide Oval semi-final. England won the toss, sent India into bat. None for 6 off the first over. KL Rahul is 5. Rohit Sharma is 1. It's been a struggle for Rohit Sharma in this tournament. Adam Collins.
89 runs in the tournament so far before tonight. Average of 18, strike rate of 110. But inside the power play, that's a strike rate of 94.
Chris Wokes is going to open from the Cathedral end. He will have a slip. The fine leg is up on the circle. Third man down on the rope. Deep square under the pavilion. Rohit Sharma just holds up for a moment. Now readies himself. Chris Wokes, right arm over the wicket. Starts his work. He bowls into the pads of Rohit. He clips it to mid-on. No run.
Straight there from Chris Wokes, wasn't it? I think we found over the previous games here at the Adelaide Oval, the wicket is a little bit slower than the MCG or the SCG, so you really got to find that length. Back of a length is easy to sit back and hit to the leg side or cut and pull, so he's got to find his length early here, Chris Wokes.
He rounds his mark without hesitation. Strides in and he bowls to Rohit Sharma, who clips out of the pads. He's found the gap and roll it out to deep mid-wickets. He has 2. And India none for 8.
Yeah, it's a tough one being a swing bowler too, and bowling a couple of deliveries to check out whether it is swinging, and if it's not, you've got to bring your length back a little bit, go a little bit wider, maybe 4th or 5th stump line, because once it goes, it's not swinging again for the rest of the innings.
Without Mark Wood, England don't have the express pace. Wokes is bowling. Rohit, same again. He just rolls the wrist on the ball out to deep mid-wicket. He'll only get 1 on this occasion as he places it directly to Liam Livingstone. It's none for 9.
Just with their field, it looks like they're trying to protect the offside to these batsmen. It is a little bit shorter than the western side. We see only 3 fielders on that western side, one a deep backward square leg. Rohit Sharma happy to just keep working him into that gap.
Deep point, deep square for KL Rahul.
They've obviously seen something flame for Rahul, haven't they?
It's a weird field.
What does Wokes have in mind? He bowls, it's short, it's nicked through to the keeper. Rahul had a little flash at it, put it straight into the gloves of Josh Butler. It's Wokes who strikes early. India 1 for 9 in the second over. Rahul goes for 5.
Geez, Chuck, you were saying about how there hasn't been as much pace and bounce at the Adelaide Oval, but that was straight into Snick Street. It hit the seam. Easily shortest ball, wasn't it? Probably a little bit shorter than the one he hit before from Stokes from the first ball of the innings, but this was a bit closer. He tried to make some room for himself and unfortunately got the outside edge.
And with that big gap of point, did he try and just work that one into the gap? sometimes when you do drop your deep point, that's what you're trying to achieve to the batsman.
Good bounce, wasn't there? That was like trampoline type bounce there from Oakes.
And it brings Virat Kohli to the crease, 10 balls into the innings. He has been the defining force in this tournament. He is the centre of all attention when he is in the centre of a cricket field, and maybe never more so than at this ground.
Seems reasonably popular tonight, doesn't he?
5 international centuries at Adelaide for Virat Kohli. Made 64 not out from 44 balls against Bangladesh here last week.
There's a job to be done early. Oakes is through. He's in and he's at him. He bowls to Kohli, who punches him to mid-on. No run. Jordan on the spot.
And when that wicket fell, Jared, Kohli was up out of his seat quick, ran straight on the field. He's at the crease within 30 seconds, I reckon. He's ready to go tonight.
Yeah, the only way to get a big score here is to get out there early. KL Rahul with a sense of occasion. We're watching that replay, a ball that leapt
It was
up
a
at
cracker.
him. Yeah. Beaumont tiles replay screen. Choose Beaumont's for hybrid flooring. Kohli faces up to Oakes. He tucks it away to Jordan. He goes with a stroke. Jordan can't do anything about it. He fields at the corner of the square. It's well judged by Kohli. A single to finish off, a wicket and 4 runs from it. India 1 for 10.
Hey, how did you get a next-gen Ranger?
Picked it up from my Ford dealer last week. They had plenty of the XL, the XLS, and...
Thanks, mate!
Yeah, okay, bye.
Get into your Ford dealership quick and get into a next-gen Ranger quicker with XL and XLS in stock right now.
I'll take the blue one, please.
T's and C's apply. See Ford.com.au for details.
Tyre Power Power Play, your tyre experts. Overs of 6 and 4. And the loss of a wicket. KL Rahul gone after England won the toss and sent India into bat. Sam Curran is going to take it up from the river end after Stokes' first over from below us.
He's had a good series, Sam Curran. All known now for his death bowling, Jared, but can swing the ball when he's got it in his hand, brand new.
Gets the early look. Sam Curran left arm over the wicket, bowls. Kohli's beaten. Lovely shape. Oh, both of you would like that.
It's just that left-handed angle, isn't it, that threatens to come in and forces the batsman to play a shot. It hits the seam and seams away. And what I like too is in T20 cricket, you've got to be ready to bowl that first ball. There's no warm-ups, is it? And Curran's had a super tournament. He's made himself almost irreplaceable in this England team.
He's searching for Kohli's wicket. He bowls, and Kohli's edging short of Moeen Ali at first slip. Heart in mouth moments for the huge Indian crowd in attendance. It's safely to turf.
Just great length again from Sam Curran. He's not the tallest bloke, but found a length.
Yeah.
Swung in, just nipped away, Flam.
I think we were 1.5 meters from losing half this crowd.
Straight out, you reckon?
You're at 150 centimetres off.
Straight over the bridge.
Restaurant business might have picked up. Moeen Ali at first slip. There's a fly slip as well. Curran bowls, defended by Kohli. Soft hands into cover. Takes off as Brookfields gets himself off strike. 1 for 11.
Sam Curran took 10 wickets at 9.4 in the Super 12 stage, going at just over 6 and over. Most of the damage done in the death overs, where he's taken 7 wickets and only conceded 32 runs in 40 balls.
And Chad, it's fair to say we weren't the quickest bowlers, but sometimes you can use that pace against the batsman. And when he goes up in pace, it constantly challenges the batsman.
Curran to Sharma, who punches the ball to Brook at cover, no run.
He doesn't waste his bouncer and his Yorkers, and this is a learnt skill to be able to bowl Yorkers, and he's done an incredible amount of Yorkers. But for that pace to be able to go new ball, wickets in the middle, and then close it out.
Yeah, that's right. He actually does get onto the batsman a little bit quicker than you think, I think, Flam. He just skids him on, doesn't he? And as I've said in my whole career and still do, a good ball is a good ball. It doesn't matter what pace you bowl.
India in search of a couple of runs to ease the early pressure. Rohit Sharma can't find that as he brings Brook into play again at cover. Racing around 3 pitches away. A 4th dot ball in the over.
That's beautifully bowled as well. Just cramping them for room. So If it gets worked through the leg side, it's probably only a single. Great start here from England.
Deep point, deep square. Curran with the tightest of overs going. He bowls to Rowan, who pulled across the line. He got struck in front. Umpire turned the appeal down. It'll be a dot to finish. Curran won't bring his captain into play. Any thought of a review? Just one from the over after 3. It's 1 for 11. The Tyre Power Play, your tyre experts.
Time to renovate and want Aussie made? Check out Beaumont's Aussie made specials. Not $40 a square metre, priced from just $17.95. All other Aussie floor tiles 20% off, plus hybrid flooring up to 20% off too. Choose Beaumont's and save.
Which oil keeps your business moving? Farmers and fleet managers, they know. Construction crews and car mechanics, they know. And you know. Valvoline, the original engine oil.
SEN T20 World Cup cricket for host plus. That's a plus. England chose to bowl and they've done it so well through 3 overs. 1 for 11.
Haven't they, Jared? And their lines have just been so good. The length's outstanding. Hard for any Indian batsman at the moment just to get it through a gap or get enough power in a shot to go to the fence.
Kohli 2, he's on strike. Chris Woakes is bowling from the cathedral end to begin the fresh over. It's driven magnificently by Kohli. Inside out, over cover for 6. There's the counter-attack. And it is as stylish a shot as there has been in this tournament.
In the end, it's just like a check drive. But he plays such power with a bit of textbook batting in there as well. We saw the 6 off Harris Ralph at the MCG. I thought, how did he do that? That's another one of those shots.
Business just picked up. Woakes bowls. Kohli tucks him around the corner. He'll run it to the square leg umpire. Quickly 3 for 1. They won't come for a second. Good piece of fielding from Livingston in the deep, rapidly off the rope. 1 for 17.
That's what's so good about him. He just plays with such batsmanship. Sees the ball, assesses the conditions early. Chris Woakes isn't swinging it much over pitches. Says, I'll take that over cover for 6. Next ball, we'll work one in the leg side for 1. Runs hard, nearly turns 1 into 2.
Against all the flow of this Tyre Power Play, your tyre experts. Rohit Sharma now, he's 4 from 8 balls. Woakes bowls to him. He's tucked up again on the pads. He's able to get it away to mid-wicket and amble through for a run. 1 for 19.
Working into a nice little partnership now, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. That's what India needed. Haven't got off to a flyer yet. Nor have they in the previous games, but we know the class of these 2 players are decreased at the moment.
Woakes pauses momentarily, sets in past umpire rifle balls. Kohli defends. Noah Ali is clapping down and slip as another dot ball is registered.
It's just still amazing, that shot from Kohli, isn't it? From the whole innings, it's miles better than any other shot that we've seen, isn't it? Just a little bit full, a little bit wide. It's able to freeze hands, but just to be able to hit that over cover is amazing.
Kohli classically upright in his stance. He awaits Woakes, who's with him. He has swished it one down the leg side. It's a wide. Kohli was a bit annoyed not to get it away, but he'll get a fresh look.
I think he tried to hit that too fine. It would have been better trying to hit that squarer. Slips out now. We're on Kohli watch.
Not much swing from Woakes, has there? So Slip's probably a wasted position when it's not swinging. Flem.
Third man and deep square. The 2 near the rope. Woakes delivers. Kohli just nibbles him out through forward square to Livingston in the deep. Takes a run. 1 for 21. Kohli moves to 10.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get hit for 6 over cover again. He's attacking the stumps.
Just looked like he rolled the fingers on that one too. Flem in the 4th over.
Well, you've got to check everything out, isn't it? As soon as the swing's gone, no armour cutter's going to grip. what armoury have I got going forward?
Last ball of Wokes over. Rowan got down on one knee, tried to swing it away. It ended up in front of him, not at all where it was intended. It's a dot to finish. 10 from the over. India 1 for 21 after 4 overs of the tyre power play. Your tyre experts.
Hey, how did you get a next-gen Ranger?
Picked it up from my Ford dealer last week. They had plenty of the XL, the XLS, and...
Thanks, mate!
Yeah, okay, bye.
Get into your Ford dealership quick and get into a next-gen Ranger quicker with XL and XLS in stock right now.
I'll take the blue one, please.
T's and C's apply. See Ford.com.au for details.
SEN T20 World Cup cricket for Host Plus. That's a plus. Curran to bowl is second over from the Riverbank end of Adelaide Oval. Virat Kohli is on strike. He tucks the ball forward of square and takes a single out to Salter in the deep. 1 for 22. Kohli is 11 from 10.
Wonder whether Curran's pretty happy with that. Get Kohli down the other end. We've been talking about Rohit Sharma, who's been a white ball superstar batsman for many a year now. He hasn't had a big T20 World Cup. Generally likes Australian conditions with the ball coming on with a bit of extra bounce, but he's just getting bogged down at the moment.
Curran gave him awful trouble in the previous over. He delivers, and Rohit up over the top of mid-wicket. Just enough elevation to clear the field and find the boundary. Rowan's going to try to hit his way out of trouble here, and it's probably not a bad ploy.
Well, that was coming, wasn't it? It was building, he was battling, he needed to find the boundary, I suppose for his own confidence. He got that low down in the bat, didn't middle it, but with Curran attacking the stumps, it was easy just to whip it through the leg side.
Wasn't a bad ball either, Flam, just a little bit over pitch. Sam Curran not getting that much bounce, always going to hit the bottom of the bat of Rohit Sharma, but
1 for 26. Rowan advances, swats across the line, beats mid-wicket, goes back-to-back falls. He's bludgeoning them now.
It was time. It was time, wasn't it? And he's picked it beautifully, the Indian captain. And that's where the bouncer doesn't work. Curran saw him going, put it into the wicket, but once Rohit Sharma committed to that style of shot, the pull shot through the leg side, he didn't have the pace, he didn't have the bounce to beat him there.
1 for 30. The timing's not there, but the result has been from the previous 2 deliveries. Curran under pressure himself, flashing, cut, dropped at backward points. A sprawling dive by Harry Brook. He got hand to it, but couldn't hang on. It would have taken some catching. But Rohit survives. He's 14, 1 for 31 on the single.
that would have been an absolute screamer, wouldn't it? That would have been a real match changer. Rohit Sharma saying, I've had enough here, Glenn.
No, he saved runs there. That was 4.
You think Rohit Sharma's just thinking, I don't want to put Virat Kohli under pressure here, so I'm going to go confident with my batting order.
And if he gets out, he gets out. Virat Kohli has a look at Curran. Oh, struck on the pad. He's in front. Curran liked it. Umpire Damasina says no.
Wasn't going over.
Potential bat, maybe, but as you said, Flammy, he's a small person. He's skidding on. You don't think it's going to go over the stumps.
Josh Butler and Moana Ali confirm, decide not to pursue the case. We get a look on the Beaumont tiles replay screen. Choose Beaumont's for hybrid flooring.
Yeah, missing leg stump. Moral victory, though. You've been able to hit Virat Kohli's front pad.
It's an off-cutter that actually seemed back in for him, didn't it?
Yeah.
You want to appeal for all you're worth if you get through onto his pads. Last ball of the over. It's played by Kohli to points, no run. So a couple of dots to finish after Curran took some tap. 10 off it. India 1 for 31 after 5 in this tyre power play. Your tyre experts.
Time to renovate and want Aussie made? Check out Beaumont's Aussie made specials. Not $40 a square metre, priced from just $17.95. All other Aussie floor tiles 20% off, plus hybrid flooring up to 20% off too. Choose Beaumont's and save.
From cricket to NBL, A-League to horse racing. For all the big moments, expert commentary and the latest breaking news, when it happens in sport, SEN has you covered. Find your channel on the SEN app today.
India 1 for 31, SEN T20 World Cup cricket for Host Plus, that's a plus. And we'll get a first look at a spin over. Adil Rashid has been called into the attack at the Cathedral end. KL Rahul, the man out, caught Butler bowled Wokes for 5. It was 1 for 9. Kohli is 11. Rohit is 14. India 1 for 31. And Rohit Sharma is playing the sweep powerfully for 4. He's whacked Rashid from the first ball over the backward square. And there is some intent about that. His sweetest stroke so far.
Doesn't even have a look at him, does he? Adil Rashid is probably their main man tonight for England. He's the wicket taker. Rohit Sharma says, no, I'll be having none of that. Gets down on one knee, sweeps square, sweeps in the middle of the bat, races to the fence for 4.
Big over this.
In the power play, Rashid bowls. Rohit goes again. He can't beat the square leg. Good piece of fielding done low down by Sam Curran. If that gets through, it goes all the way.
Adil Rashid only took 1 wicket in the Super 12 stage, but it was player of the match against Sri Lanka on Saturday, 1 for 16 frugal. And enjoyed playing at Adelaide Oval for the Strikers in 15-16.
Rashid over the wicket, bowls. Rohit is back and clouting the ball to cover. He will not find a run at Moeen Fields.
He's swinging hard.
He is.
He's swinging very hard.
Just flicked the switch, hasn't he, Flav? He's just said, I'm going to try and hit as many runs as I can.
Indian fans filling the air at Adelaide Oval. Rohit is forward and prodding the ball out to long off. One of the 2 in the deep. He'll get a single with Jordan coming in off the rope. It's 1 for 36. Rohit Sharma's 19 from 17. So they've gone deep mid-wicket and long off. There's the 2 back.
Well, Rohit went straight after Rashid. I wonder what Kohli's going to do here.
So 2 balls left of the power play. Rashid bowls to him. Kohli bangs the ball down to long off. It's the same single that Rohit took from the previous delivery.
You're looking to finish this over off Adil Rashid. Started off with a boundary, but since then only gone for 2 runs. He's landed them well.
1 for 37 with 1 ball to come in the power play. How the Indian captain approaches. Rohit opens up the stumps, almost knocked it back to Rashid. He had a dive at it. Couldn't haul the catch in. A single down to long off, end of the tyre power play. Your tyre experts, 7 from the over. India 1 for 38.
Hey, how did you get a next-gen Ranger?
Picked it up from a Ford dealer last week. They had plenty of the XL, the XLS, and...
Thanks, mate!
Yeah, okay, bye. Get into your Ford dealership quick and get into a next-gen Ranger quicker with XL and XLS in stock right now.
I'll take the blue one, please.
T's and C's apply. See Ford.com.au for details.
SEN T20 World Cup cricket for Host Plus, that's a plus. The power play finished in India's innings, sent into bat. KL Rahul out for 5. 1 for 38. Kohli is 12. Rohit Sharma is 20. And Liam Livingstone is going to bowl his spinners from the river bank end. Rohit Sharma stays home, watches the first go by. It was just within the lines and not called a wide.
He's not happy with that call, Jared. He's having a look. He had a look at Livingstone's first ball, hasn't he?
Livingstone bowls to him. Rohit is playing a correct off drive. It's fielded in the deep by Jordan. Single taken.
Went after Rashid first ball, but probably hasn't seen much of Liam Livingstone. He bowls a little bit in the big bash, doesn't he? A little bit for England.
Does leggies and offies at time, doesn't he?
1 for 39. Kohli drives straight back down the ground to the long boundary under the side screen for 4. He wanted a piece of that. Virat Kohli advances the cause to 1 for 43. He's 16.
The one thing I think they've picked up straight away is he's not turning it. You can just hit through the line.
There's runs to be had here. Coley on the follow through. He beats the dive of the extra cover, Moinelli, who parried it away and gives up a couple of runs as a result. Jordan had to come a long way from the mid-off boundary. Coley's 18, 1 for 45.
I think because, Flam, they didn't really get off to a flyer in the power play. Part-time bowler comes on, you've got to get after him.
Yep, you can force bowling changes, put the pressure back on England.
Partnership's worth 34. Virat Kohli with the on-drive this time. He has protection, though. Phil Saltz off the rope at long on. 1 for 46 with a single.
It's not a regulation on drive, is it? There's a bit of flair. Great to see.
8 from 5. I think Rhodes thinking about clearing the rope here. Livingston bowls to him. Wide. Surely this time. No, not called. Rohit Sharma let two go by outside the off stump and got neither of them called. The end of 7, 1 for 46. That'll be an interesting replay on the Beaumont Tiles replay screen. Choose Beaumont's for hybrid flooring.
Time to renovate and want Aussie made? Check out Beaumont's Aussie made specials. Not $40 a square metre, priced from just $17.95. All other Aussie floor tiles 20% off, plus hybrid flooring up to 20% off too. Choose Beaumont's and save.
Which oil keeps your business moving? Farmers and fleet managers, they know. Construction crews and car mechanics, they know. And you know. Valvoline, the original engine oil.
SEN T20 World Cup cricket for Host Plus. That's a plus. India 1 for 46 after 7 overs. Rashid to Virat Kohli, one of the matchups of the night. Kohli drives all the way along the ground to Stokes at long on and runs through for a single. 1 for 47.
Just over pitch on that occasion from Rashid. Kohli easily with a bit of flair again, Flam.
Yeah, I love it.
They're spread far and wide for Rohit Sharma. 3 on the leg, 2 on the off, patrolling the ropes. Rashid bowls, well flighted. It almost deceived Rohit Sharma, who threw the bat at it and found the offside field. No run.
Great delivery.
He's changing his pace nicely there, didn't he? So you can't be predictable in this game, Flam.
That looked like overspin. He bowled one out the front of the hand in the previous over. Hits the pitch really hard.
Rashid bowls. Rowan, big edge on the swish. The short third man. Fielding done. Hurled in. Single taken. Alex Howes on the spot. Rohit Sharma put the lot through that.
Yeah.
And it slewed away to the back. A single only.
Got that in the middle. That wasn't coming back, was it? He gave it all.
But Rashid's got really quick arm speed, hasn't he? For a leg spinner.
Only a couple of singles so far from the over. Rashid bowls. Kohli leans on it, nudges it away to square. They'll just get the single. Sam Curran in off the rope to field. Kohli's 21 from 18. Rowan is 22 from 23. India is 1 for 49 in this, the 8th over.
If these two can take the innings to the 12th, 13th over, we know what India's got to come.
Yeah.
Rowitz has an air about him. He's back and smacking the ball out to Stokes at long on. He was all the way across the turf. The 50 up with 1 ball to go in the 8th over.
Well, Yadav striking it almost to a ball. So you've got that in the sheds, ready to come out.
50 from 47. 5 fours and a 6. Kohli drives uppishly down to long on. Stokes called to action again. Only singles from Rashid. 5 from the over. It's 1 for 51.
Hey, how did you get a next-gen Ranger?
Picked it up from a Ford dealer last week. They had plenty of the XL, the XLS, and...
Thanks, mate!
Yeah, okay, bye. Get into your Ford dealership quick and get into a next-gen Ranger quicker with XL and XLS in stock right now.
I'll take the blue one, please.
T's and C's apply. See Ford.com.au for details.
8 overs into this semi-final. India 1 for 51. Kohli 22, Rowett 23. England snuck an overthrow of Livingston. It only went for 8. They're not going to try their luck again. And Chris Jordan has been given the ball at the Riverbank end. SEN T20 World Cup cricket for Host Plus. That's a plus.
Not a bad way to... It's his first game for the tournament, isn't it, Jordan? Yep. Just slot into the semi-final. But he is a very experienced player, isn't he? Ready-made for white ball cricket. Generally does an excellent job in the closing overs for England.
4th World Cup. He's got at 9.7 runs and over this year in T20 internationals.
Ooh. Chris Jordan over the wicket, bowls Virat Kohli, pulls across the turf out to deep square. Hales does the fielding, 1 run.
I think if he bowls that length to Rohit Sharma, we might see it disappear into the crowd on the short side. With Chris Jordan playing his first game for them, we saw Kane Richardson come in for the Aussies. Didn't really find his feet.
Yeah. Wasn't a big one for that move. I want a big Starkey to actually move up the bowling order and open the bowling in that game. It's hard, though, isn't it, mid-tournament?
It's a lot to ask, no matter how experienced you are. So that's the task for Jordan, who bowls. And Rohit Sharma, bang! Extra cover, 1 bounce across the rope for 4. Liked the length, seized the moment, moves to 27. India 1 for 56.
Well, that is the corridor of carnage. That has rocketed off Rohit Sharma's back. Wow. Had his weight back, so anything short was going to go, as you were saying there, Chad, but he got room to just open the face, and that's come right out of the middle of the back.
That's as well as he's hit one, Rowan. What's he got on the follow-up? He got cramped on the drive. Jordan knocks it down in his follow-through. It's a dot.
It's much better length on this wicket.
Yeah.
You really got to hit the wicket hard with some energy behind it. Ball before, just floated it up outside off. Me and you could hit that for 4 flag.
No, that looked quite pacey. Yeah, 144 kilometres. That's why it looked pacey.
Strong man.
The rest of the Beaumont tiles replay screen. Choose the Beaumonts for hybrid flooring. Jordan strides out. Rowan opened the stumps up, knocked it back on the follow-through. It bumped just before it reached the bowler.
And he is noted as one of the greatest fast bowling fieldsmen of all time, isn't he, Jordan?
You see him take some absolute screamers on the boundary, don't you, in these types of games. Loves entertaining.
I think if I bowled that, that's 4 or it's broken my shin.
That was just grasped cleanly on a half volley. That is quite the act of dexterity. Jordan tries again. Rowan lifts him up. Will he hold out at deep mid-wickets? He will. Great lunging catch taken by Curran in from the deep. Just above the grass. That's the end of Rohit Sharma. He's gone for 27. Jordan gets the wicket. India 2 for 56.
Yeah, it was quick, wasn't it? And it wasn't quite in the slot there for Rohit Sharma, who had his weight back again. I think he was sweating on that shorter delivery. Fielding is such a big focus in T20 cricket. We saw it last night. Pakistan outfielded New Zealand, and England have been pretty tight today. Dropped one, really, really tough one. But I love the way that Curran just timed that jump to catch the ball. So Rohit Sharma, pathway to the pavilion, got going a little bit, but big wicket for the English bowling attack.
He really is wrestling with his form, isn't he, the Indian captain?
Trying.
He would only say that he got one as sweetly as he would like. Maybe 2, maybe the sweep and the inside out.
Well, but when you think Rohit Sharma, I mean, he's one of the great timers in world cricket, and it's hard to say that there was one that he timed beautifully. I mean, even that bludgeoned cover drive off the back foot was a brutal shot. I wouldn't say it was, beautifully timed.
His timing's right to get out, as you want to give Suryakumar Yadav time to fully explore his repertoire.
Oh, to a ball.
Play some unbelievable shots. You just think, how did you actually play that, doesn't he? I'm really excited to see how he goes tonight.
Jordan will get one ball at Yadav, whose stance has the front leg kicked right out, and he's turning the ball out into the leg side crisply. First up, he'll get a single out to deep square. A wicket and 6 runs from the over. India 2 for 57 after 9.
Time to renovate and want Aussie made? Check out Beaumont's Aussie made specials. Not $40 a square metre, priced from just $17.95. All other Aussie floor tiles 20% off, plus hybrid flooring up to 20% off too. Choose Beaumont's and save.
From cricket to NBL, A-League to horse racing. For all the big moments, expert commentary and the latest breaking news, when it happens in sport, SEN has you covered. Find your channel on the SEN app today.
Rahul gone for 5, Arroyo gone for 27. Kohli's 23. Kumar Yadav is 1 from 1. 2 for 57 of the sums. 9 overs into this Indian innings. Rashid is going to continue his work. None for 12 from the 2 overs he's bowled from the Cathedral end. He's in, and Yadav is almost drawn to the leading edge as he tried to turn it to leg. It ends up at backward point, no run.
You don't generally see too many bowlers in 2020 cricket bowl 3 in a row, do you?
No, he's up though. He's bowling beautifully. They're really battling against him. And it's that quickness of his bowling speed, it's his variations, and now there's a slip in place.
Obviously, these 2 key wickets for India.
Rashid bowls. Yadav sweeps. Didn't get it quite where he wanted. It's forward of square and out to deep mid-wicket for a single. Colo.
He's got a strike rate of 194 in the tournament through Kumar Yadav with 3 half centuries, including 61 not out from 25 balls on Sunday at the G against Zimbabwe.
He has been one of the stories of the tournament. It's a delightful emergence in his 30s too. Virat Kohli is on strike. Rashid bowls to him, drives on the up. It'll land safely. Runs out towards Jordan at long off and gives time for Kohli to come back for 2. 2 for 60, heading towards halfway.
Again, Kohli just doesn't want to knock it down the ground for him. Wants to play those flary shots, just open the face, chipped it to mid-off. Jordan ran around it a bit, came back for 2.
Rashid bowls. Kohli is forward, driving to short cover. Brookfield's no run.
Mate, they've done well, England. They've won the toss and bowled, and their bowlers haven't let their captain down. Run rate is low.
Every time they get hit for a 4 early, Flam, they come back from the over, don't they?
Yep.
Get out of it well.
A lot sits with Kohli. It's a full toss. He clouts it out to long on and is very frustrated that he didn't do more with that and rolls a bit limply out to Stokes in the deep and is just a single. 2 for 61.
But that's what's happening when you're under the pump a little bit. Actually, he threw that up a little bit. So in some ways he did deceive him, even though it was a full toss.
Yadav just takes a moment to ponder the last ball of the over. This gets us to halfway. Yadav plays from the crease, sliced it out to deep cover. A single. So 5 from the over. The clamps are on. It's 2 for 62 after 10. Kohli's 26. Yadav is 3. We'll bring Adam Collins and Bharat Sundaresan in to join you on SEN T20 World Cup Cricket for Host Plus. That's a plus.
Hey, how did you get a next-gen Ranger?
Picked it up from a Ford dealer last week. They had plenty of the XL, the XLS, and...
Thanks, mate!
Yeah, okay, bye. Get into your Ford dealership quick and get into a next-gen Ranger quicker with XL and XLS in stock right now.
I'll take the blue one, please.
T's and C's apply. See Ford.com.au for details.
KL Rahul faces up and he's cutting past the fly slip and down to the boundary for 4. India away. He bowls. It's short. It's nicked through to the keeper. Rahul had a little flash at it. Put it straight into the gloves of Josh Butler. It's Wokes who strikes early to begin the fresh over. It's driven magnificently by Kohli. Inside out, over cover for 6. Jordan tries again. Rowan lifts him up. Will he hold out at deep mid-wickets? He will. Great lunging catch taken by Curran in from the deep.
SEN T20 World Cup cricket, the host plus, that's a plus. The second semi-final here at Adelaide Oval between India and England. And India, after being sent in, a 2 for 62 at the halfway mark. Adam Collins with you, Chad Sayers, Brett Sundaresan with me. England so far so good, Baz.
So far so good. And I think, look, this game's going to be decided in many ways with how Chris Jordan goes. You know, he's come in for Mark Wood. Chris Jordan has this reputation, all the experience in the world. He's played T20 cricket here for the strikers. He's called this his home ground, but he can go for runs. In a big game like this, to strike in his first over, already a big tick for England.
So Kohli's 26 from 23, a big 6 over cover, lovely shot, a boundary as well along the turf, Chad Sayers, but this tends to be where he speeds up and lifts that strike rate.
Yeah, that's right. He just works his way into his innings, and then once he finds that rhythm, he flicks a switch, and that's when he starts to just go a little bit more extravagant, finds the gaps, plays his shots. We haven't seen him miss time of ball yet, Colo.
Interesting, it looks like Ben Stokes is going to bowl over number 11. So Jordan bowled before the end of the halfway mark, 1 for 6, but they're going to get another one out of Stokes here. They've used 6 bowlers so far. That'll give Josh Buttler some flexibility at the back end.
That's right. If something doesn't work at the back end, he's got those overs left, and the likes of Stokes, Jordan, Curran, especially when Adil Rashid's bowled, is 3 out of 4 already.
Stokes averaging 12 with the ball in the tournament so far. Just waiting for the reset here. He'll start his second over from the river end. Surya Kumar Yadav, a revelation in the competition. Strike rate of 194, in excess of 1,000 runs in his calendar year. The first man for a full member nation to achieve that feat. And you get the sense that his best work will come at the pointy end of the competition. He's 3 here, facing Stokes. Up to the crease and bowls, Surya Kumar beaten outside the off stump. Off-pace slower ball. Good restart.
That's such a weird delivery with that field. There's 4 out on the leg side. I'm thinking, oh, well, he's attacking the stumps, and he's giving him the chance to hit through the offside. He deceived him in the pace, but wow, I was surprised by that line of that ball.
What Yadav didn't do, he didn't leave anything in the kitchen sink, Flam. He was going after it no matter what.
So 4 out on the leg side plus a deep point. Stokes away from us to Surya Kumar. Bowls here, clips out towards deep backward square where there is a sweeper in position in front of the Gavin Wanganeen stand. 2 for 63. Surya Kumar up to 4.
I think the wicket of Rohit Sharma has also come at a good time for Virat Kohli. You could see he was getting frustrated. 3 times I spotted him wanting the second run, and Rohit Sharma, not the fleetest of runners, and refusing that single, and he was getting frustrated. One thing he'll get from Surya Kumar Yadav is respond to them. They love batting together. We've already seen that in the tournament.
Change of field. Fine leg up for Kohli. Out goes long off Chris Jordan. So deep backward square, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and deep cover point. The 5 out of the circle. Stokes to Kohli here, wide of the crease. Kohli clipping out to deep backward square for an easy single. He ticks over to 27. 2 for 64 with 3 to come in the 11th over.
We've got a plan here with Stokes to target the stumps, get him hitting to the leg side. That also could be trouble. We know it's a shorter boundary. It does stray a little bit too straight, Flam. It's only a half a hit and it's over the rope.
So they're going to change the field again to where it was for Surya Kumar with fine leg back in front of the old scoreboard. Jordan inside the circle at mid-off. Stokes to Surya Kumar here. Goes back and defends out to mid-off. We heard from Rohit Sharma yesterday talking about Surya Kumar Yadav, saying the bigger the ground, the more he likes it, especially in Australia, because he wants to find the gaps through the offside. That's his game.
That is his game. I mean, he's known for all his audacious shots, the ridiculous shots that Chad was speaking about earlier. But his game is based on kind of just gauging these angles and hitting the ball into weird angles. You'll like this, Flem. He's almost like, it's like India have found this guitarist who just has this solo in the middle of the song.
He's facing up here on 4. Stokes still round it to him. Bowls and he gets inside the line. Top edge down to fine leg, but it's going to go all the way for 6. Those wrists are so strong. Just enough contact to clear the rope. It's a long rope down there. He's into double figures. India 2 for 70.
I think he's used the whammy bar there. He's been beaten by a bit of pace and bounce. Excellent bouncer, but top edge to a massive boundary too, isn't it?
I know we don't like to be predictable in this game, Flam, but Ben Stokes bowled 4 balls on a good length, nice and straight. and they can't score off him. Why go the bouncer?
Yeah, he didn't need to that. He might have just lost the battle himself.
How about those wrists on the Beaumont Tiles replay screen? Surya Kumar, time to move. Stokes to him here. Last ball of the 11th. Up, the cover. 6 and a 4 to finish. Surya Kumar Yadav finding his range. 11 gone on SEN T20 World Cup Cricket, the host plus. That's a plus with India, 2 for 74.
Time to renovate and want Aussie made? Check out Beaumont's Aussie made specials. Not $40 a square metre, priced from just $17.95. All other Aussie floor tiles 20% off, plus hybrid flooring up to 20% off too. Choose Beaumont's and save.
Which oil keeps your business moving? Farmers and fleet managers, they know. Construction crews and car mechanics, they know. And you know. Valvoline, the original engine oil.
9 overs to go. Adil Rashid will bowl the first of them to bowl out his complement. None for 17 from 3 so far. He's done a good job, but the game changes with SKY putting the foot down. Initially, he's at Kohli, though, on 27. Throw out on the leg side. Kohli, leading edge towards cover. Doesn't quite carry to Moeen Ali inside the circle. They get one. Kohli wants 2. He's sent back. 2 for 75. The former captain's 28.
Adil's worried Kohli tonight, isn't he? I mean, he's hit one in the middle of the bat.
He's always had the wood on him almost. Remember those 2 times he got him out with these unplayable leg breaks, and Kohli, I think in an alternate universe, has still stood there and not left the crease.
Yeah.
I mean, Zampa's been pretty good against him as well, hasn't he? So
just a tweak to the field. Point goes out to deep cover. Surya Kumar loves batting against England. He hit 117 in 55 balls at Trent Bridge earlier this year. Adil to him here. Surya Kumar up, out towards cover point. Opportunity in front of the rope, but it's taken. Phil Salt in front of the football stand. That is a huge wicket. Surya Kumar Yadav holds out for 14. Adil Rashid gets the breakthrough. It's 3 for 75. Game on, England.
I know Yadav is out, but I'm still trying to work out how he hit a leg spinner and got caught at deep points. Like, that is unbelievable. It's like a big slice, isn't it? He gets that front leg out of the way, hits the ball with an open face, but couldn't get enough of it. So that is big. That is big for India.
And how about the response from Adil Rashid, Barat? He has given it not a particularly demonstrative man, Rashid. Exactly. He's played in 4 World Cups. He's seen it all. He knows how important that is.
That it could well be the game for India. I mean, he's been the difference in all these games that India have won, Surya Kumar Yadav, except maybe the Pakistan one, because he can turn it on. Not a lot of runs have come from Hardik and the lower order so far. So now all of a sudden, all the pressure just shifts on Virat Kohli and Adil Rashid. 4th over, big call from Jos Buttler. It's turned out brilliantly for them.
So Hardik Pandya on strike. 3 left for Adil Rashid. Bowls here first, knocked on the head, out to the offside, no run. Adil Rashid has 1 for 18 from 3.3 overs.
Interesting, even Pant doesn't come out. I know it's only for 4 balls, but, you know, I could potentially hit a couple of boundaries.
That would have been a good call. I expected him to come out with Adil Rashid bowling.
Hardik Pandya yet to really get away in the tournament. A best of 40 against Pakistan. Facing here again, lunging forward in defence. Rashid able to do the work and he's followed through. It stays 3 for 75.
And with a shorter boundary, you kind of want that right-hand, left-hand partnership, don't you? India have a top-heavy right-handed batting lineup. Might have been a nice little play there from India to send him in.
Yep, just have a lefty.
2 left in the over. A successful one. Rashid towards us, towards Hardik. Bowls here Fuller, and he drives out towards long off in front of the old scoreboard. He's off the mark for his 3rd delivery. 3 for 76. And credit to Jos Buttler, who made that sweep the ball before the wicket. Just trundling deep point around a deep cover point, went straight down his throat.
Absolutely, and it just is a game of